Welcome to the Gastlecast. I'm Chris.
I'm Heather.
I think I found my new favorite Funko set, Heather, and it's not Marvel.
I never thought I'd see the day.
And the craziest part about these Funko Pops is that they are characters that I don't know so well. My father actually knows these characters a lot more than I do, because when I went hunting for them over the weekend, my father, every time I would show him a new one, he's like, oh, I remember this one. I remember that one. I remember this one. It was one of his very favorite cartoons growing up.
Yeah, it was one of my favorite cartoons too. As a matter of fact, it was my best friend's absolute favorite, forever, still her favorite cartoons.
Must be pretty special.
It is pretty special. But whenever I think about Scooby-Doo, I think about her and how we used to watch all of the, we had like a bunch of VHSs. Whether they were episodes or the Scooby-Doo movies, we would watch them all the time. It's really
We actually never said what this was about yet. We never mentioned Scooby-Doo yet, but okay, if you want to just go ahead and throw that in there, that's fine. Yes, of course, we're talking about the Scooby Doo Pops.
Well, it's written on the board behind us.
Oh, yeah, and I actually wrote that. I feel like it was a big unveiling, but it wasn't unveiling anything. No. I'm just an idiot.
You didn't know that?
Huh?
That you're an idiot?
No.
I did.
And you married me. Who's a bigger idiot?
I did that on purpose.
Why? So you wouldn't look so stupid?
Yeah.
Because you're around me all the time?
Yeah.
How did I figure that one out?
I don't know. You're sort of an idiot. I'm surprised.
Okay, now it's starting to hurt.
Scooby-Dooby-Doo, where are you? We got some work to do now.
What I love so much about these Funko Pops are their colors. They look like they jumped right off the screen out of the cartoon. I think they look fantastic, and I'm specifically talking about the villains. The Scooby-Doo and Shaggy, I think they're just okay, but I wanted to get all of the villains, and what got me started was Captain Cutler, which was released on FunkoShop.com.
He's a really neat looking pop. My favorite thing about him, aside from the glow, is like the pieces of like seaweed hanging off of him.
Yes, he has like sea life kind of hanging off all over his body.
Sea life?
Yeah.
You talk like somebody who's never been like around anything.
What's seaweed sea life?
Okay.
Is it not? It's seagrass. It's life.
I guess.
Are we gonna? Are we like drawing a line in the sand here over what is and what is not sea life? That is sea life hanging on him.
It is f***ing seaweed.
So Captain Cutler is actually a really cool pop. I went on YouTube to watch all the videos of all these different villains because I don't know much about them. I just like the way that they looked. Captain Cutler is exactly this in the cartoon.
Yeah.
He is bright. So when he's glowing in the dark, that's exactly what he looks like in the cartoon. He's like supremely bright. He almost looks like a neon light with like the little thing, you know, the little portholes and stuff on his head, and then the seaweed. But he is like literally glowing in the TV show, like a light bulb. This one did get me started by collecting these guys, these villains, but he is definitely not my favorite. And I figured we would count down to which ones are my least favorite versus my top favorite. Now, I like them all. I think they're all great, but there is a part of this bunch that really stands out to me. But I love the way that it was done. And in fact, during my hunt for these was the very last one that I found the day of the hunt.
Oh.
There's a little story in this.
Even I don't know this story. I feel left out.
When you call me an idiot, sometimes that's what happens. So out of the common Scooby-Doo villains, I think the Ghost Clown is my least favorite. Although his episode is hilarious, which we just watched. Apparently, he's, I think, the only villain I can remember from Scooby-Doo, like the only monster or creature that talks. All the other ones always make loud noises, but he actually talks.
Some make loud noises. I think there's a couple other that will talk in like a spooky sort of voice.
Yeah.
But he has more of like a human.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's different.
Yeah.
But in his episode, he is trying to
hypnotize.
Like a hypnotist? What did he end up doing to himself?
So Scooby and Shaggy didn't want to get hypnotized, obviously. So they held up mirrors in front of the clown, and he ended up hypnotizing himself. And that's how they caught him and unmasked him, is because he hypnotized himself into being like a chimpanzee.
I watched the young Scooby-Doo. Do you remember that?
Yes.
Where he was like a younger Scooby Doo, and there was like all the younger, they were like younger versions of themselves.
It was a pup named Scooby Doo.
Ah, right, yeah.
Because he's a pup, like a
puppy, yeah. Oh, I love that show a lot. The original Scooby Doo though is definitely a classic.
Yeah.
But I think with all of these, even though this is my least favorite, they did a really good job.
Oh yeah.
With the final execution of the character.
Definitely.
The next one is Phantom Shadow. I love that he's like almost all one solid color, which I think is kind of neat.
I think it's a really pretty color too.
It is a pretty color. It's almost
stands out.
I almost picture the Proto being this color all the way over, because there's only a couple of different color differences in this character. He is one of those characters that does the roar, like that kind of noise. We watched the episode. It would have been really neat if they glowed like this part in the dark or something. Like, I think that would have been kind of cool, you know?
It would have been cool, but
Yeah.
I don't think it would have made much sense to the show.
No, I don't think so either. But I think that would look cool because this is like a kind of a brighter color here. I gotta say, when I saw this pop at first, I remember seeing him like on Facebook or Instagram, and it was just a picture of him, like a drawing. And I didn't know what it was at first until, of course, I read the description. And then I realized, holy crap, it's a Scooby Doo character. I love that they put like this hard shell around his head.
Yes.
I think what's really cool about these characters is that they're very simplistic, like the cartoon. They're not overdone. Like the colors on this guy, he has literally aside from the head and the dome and everything, he has two colors in his suit. He has a dark blue that kind of runs around his shoe, and then the rest of it's like a lighter blue. He's very simple. And the same goes for these guys. He's very simple, right? He's all almost one color too, you know? I love that they put little white dots in his eyes.
Yes.
They could have left it black, but I think putting the white dots in there did something for this one.
It did. I don't know what it did, but it did something good.
It looks super, super cool.
The only thing that I have to complain about him, and I think it makes sense why they would not have, but the only thing is that in the cartoon, his head glows.
Yes, red.
Yes. But with this dome being on there, I don't think that they could really execute a glow without it clouding up the dome. That's the only thing that could make him better, though, is the glow.
Okay.
And you know what's weird, though? Is that somehow, even though he is so simple, they've made him more detailed than the show.
So my number one is Witch Doctor, which when we went on YouTube to look it up, we had to type in Scooby-Doo space Witch Doctor, because if you just look up Witch Doctor, you're going to get a mess of things. This guy's awesome. I think he looks great. He looks just like the other one, straight out of the cartoon. And I love that his costume, the other ones are more simple, like as far as like one single color. He has a little bit more of variation to him.
Yeah, and the colors are beautiful.
He really stands out from the group. If you look at all of them together, he looks, you know, a little, he has a, how did the kid say it? A little extra. Huh? Did I do it right?
Sort of. You sounded like you didn't know what you were talking about, but
That's pretty much with everything.
you're right. The weirdest part about this pop for me is when you pulled him out, I didn't expect what was happening.
Okay.
Pulled him out, and I noticed that he has like a head.
Yeah.
Like a person's
Like
head.
a person's
Which,
head.
I mean, it makes sense because in the cartoon, it's literally a mask on a head.
Right.
But for whatever reason, when I saw it, I just expected the whole thing to be shaped like this.
Yeah,
And
like all one
this
piece.
color. Yeah. And it's like a dude wearing a mask.
Yeah, it's cool.
He even has like little pop ears. It's wild.
Yeah.
I did not expect that at all.
I think the mask makes him really stand out. They got him perfect, straight out of the cartoon. And another episode of the cartoon I want to go back and watch is with this guy right here. He was the hardest one for me to find for whatever reason. I went to FYE. They have a wall there, like many FYEs, that you have to dig and search for stuff, which is cool sometimes, but I was in a rush. So I asked the guy there, do you have the Witch Doctor? And he looked in the system and he goes, we have 4. He went to the back and he found one. It was like bing, bang, boom, he found it. So thank God. And I was able to complete the set that day. The only 2 that I would have to get to complete the set really would be Scooby and Shaggy.
Well, if you're going a different route and you want to complete just the villains, all you need is the Creeper.
Oh God, don't even say that.
He's a really neat looking pop, though.
That was the one I almost had my hands on a long time ago, but I didn't care about any of this, so I never went for him. But I could have had him a long time ago. Nope. Don't have him. Stupid moves, Heather. I made stupid moves. I didn't make money moves. I made idiot moves. Like you called me in this video. Do you feel happy with yourself? You feel happy about that?
It was just for comedy. I don't think you're stupid.
You don't?
No, I love you. Even if you are stupid.
Hey.
What?
Guys, what do you think about these Scooby Doo villain Funko Pops? Aren't they amazing? Let us know what you think about these down in the comments below. And if you don't like them, then you can tell us that too. But if you don't like them, there's something truly wrong with you.
I agree.
Guys, remember to go over to alltimetoys.com and check out all the fun toys they have over there. They have NECA, they have Mezco, they have Hot Toys, they've got Marvel Legends, Funko, they've got it all. Go and check out alltimetoys.com.
And head on over to Shoot Me Store. Use code WeHuntTogether for 10% off of your toy order.
Guys, as always, remember, we are together, yes! We will catch you next time!
Bye.
We hope that you enjoyed this episode of the Gastlecast. If so, please hit that subscribe button and check out some of our other fun content.
We've left you some links to some of our other videos that we thought you might like.
We'll catch you next time.
Bye.